wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold.
What's up, YouTube? 50 mile per hour man here. Today I got a battle versus a guy named Shreyas from just some random chat, but whatever. So here we go. Starts off with an Aerodactyl. I start off with Specs Gengar, custom set, whatever, just saying. So I Thunderbolt it, and this Gengar is like, it does damage, and then it needs to switch out so it doesn't take damage, so it doesn't die because it needs to sweep later. So I switch it out, go into Suicune because I figure either a Rock Slide or a Stone Edge is coming, and he does Stone Edge. So it doesn't do that much damage. I'm just gonna go ahead and Calm Mind this turn, and I'm gonna live another one unless he gets a crit. So get the Calm Mind up, and right here he taunts because he figures I'm gonna try to set up another Calm Mind, but I'm just gonna Surf and take him out. That's pretty good. Didn't waste a turn. So now he's going to switch into something else, and that something else is going to be a Swampert. And I just go for the Surf, because I'm still taunted, and I figure Swamperts are usually defensive, and that does actually pretty good damage. And I figure he'd have Ice Punch. So I decided I wanted to switch out D-Knight here, because I didn't think he would live an Ice Punch, and I know Swampert wouldn't die to a Dragon Claw. So I switch out, go to Jirachi, and he actually just roars again, so I could have got off a free Dragon Claw, whatever. So I got a T-Tar and set up the Sandstorm, and he's going to stay in as I Earthquake, because I figured he'd just roar again, but he actually Earthquakes. So now my T-Tar is going to be at very low health. It can survive rocks, though. It can survive another rocks. So I'm going to switch it out, go into my Dragonite to avoid the Earthquake. And I figure he roared it out the first time. He's probably going to roar it out again. So I'll just go for the Dragon Claw, get a free hit on it. And that's what I end up doing. So there's the Dragon Claw. Does decent damage, but not as much as I would have liked. But he pushes me back into my Gengar now. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball. So, Spec Shadow Ball, easily take it out. So, I think he stays in. Yeah, he stays in. Takes the Shadow Ball, takes it out. Now, I think he goes into his Machamp. Yep, Machamp. And right here, I was going to switch out. I didn't want to lose Gengar so early. I was going to switch out, go to Suicune, because I knew that he would use Payback. But for some reason, I stayed in with Gengar, went for the Shadow Ball. It did good damage, but I lose a Gengar. But whatever. So now I want to go into Suicune, and I figure I'm not going to stay in probably against this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a rest up before he Dynamic Punches me. And then I can Sleep Talk from there. So he goes for the Dynamic Punch. It does about a quarter damage. So I get hurt by the Sandstorm. So does he. I have leftovers. I think he might. Yeah, he does too. Okay. So he's gonna switch out, go into his own Gengar now, and I'm gonna just go for the Sleep Talk, and I end up getting the Calm Mind. So now that's good, and I stayed in, risking getting hit by a Thunderbolt, because I figured maybe this thing will have Thunderbolt. But it actually turns out it doesn't. So I don't know what its moveset is, but he just goes for Shadow Ball, gets a special defense drop. And then I hurt myself in Confusion. And I figure I'm now at neutral special defense, so I figure I'm back where I started. I can live another Shadow Ball. So he just goes for a Shadow Ball, and it turns out that I indeed can't live it. So down goes Suicune. And the way things are shaping up, I didn't like the way they were looking. I go into T-Tar. I figure he might try to switch out, so I'm just going to go for the Pursuit. Pursuit will take Gengar out either way. So down goes the Gengar. And T-Tar has to stay in now because he's not going to live another rock. So he goes out into Machamp. Machamp's just going to Bullet Punch and take out my Tyranitar. But Tyranitar took out the Gengar, so that's pretty good. Happy. Good job, T-Tar. But, now, I gotta do something about this Machamp, so I go into my Dragonite. And my Dragonite is just going to hit it with a Dragon Claw. And that's gonna take it out, because Machamps are special defensive, usually, and not defensive. So, I think he goes into a Zapdos. Yep, Zapdos. And I thought I'd be faster because most Zapdoses are walls. But, not faster. He takes me out because this is, I think, a attacking Zapdos with Substitute. So, I decide to go into my Jirachi. And then, because I was going to bait the T-Wave, or not the T-Wave, the Heat Wave. I was going to try to get him to Heat Wave and then go into my Heatran. But he actually just goes for the Substitute. So now, he's going to get hit, and he's going to go for the Thunderbolt on my Heatran, and I'm just going to try to break his sub with Fire Blast, but he gets a crit, so I lose a Heatran, and it didn't even get to do anything. That Heatran probably would have done really good against that Zapdos, but whatever. So now I go back out into my Jirachi, knowing that he doesn't have the Heat Wave, and he just goes for the Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt shouldn't do too much to me. In fact, it doesn't. About half, so I just go for the Psychic. So he's gonna get hit by Sandstorm. I'm not, since I have Steel type. So this turn, he's gonna Thunderbolt instead of setting up another Substitute. And I go from 228 to 92, and I just decide I'm gonna Psychic. So he gets a special defense drop. And at this point, it looks like my Jirachi is going to be taken out. But apparently, just apparently, Jirachi and Zapdos speed tie. So I win the speed tie again, or this time. And I go for the second, take it out. That's what I'm talking about. So now Jirachi's looking pretty good. Sitting at 142 HP, going against his last, which is a Tentacruel. I'm just going to Calm Mind, because I know he can't Toxic me. He's just going to Surf. Surf doesn't do that much. I decide that it's probably best that I go ahead and start attacking, or do I Calm Mind up again? No, I just Thunderbolt. Okay. Thunderbolt. I could have Psychicked. It was Stab, and I thought about that after the fact that I went for Thunderbolt. But I got the Paralyze, so that's good. So he Surfs again. One more Surf probably... No, one more Surf won't take me out because I'll get Lefty's Recovery and I'll live one more. 69 HP, it's funny. So I go for the Psychic, hoping it'll kill because I don't want to risk taking another Surf. But it doesn't. Then I'm hoping Sandstorm takes it out because... Oh, 9 HP. So close. Does 60 damage. Sandstorm doesn't take it out. I'm like, what the hell? Why can't Sandstorm just take it out? So I'm just going to go for a Psychic, finish it off. Bam, I win. Epic battle. 34 HP was the difference. Let's go. Alright, guys. Comment, rate, and subscribe to me for more battles. Bye-bye.